All right, welcome to the first of hopefully annual Thrive celebrations for the fiscal year, FY25, fiscal year 25. I'm Chuck Beard with Metro Arts, and beside me is Ashley Batchelder, the interim executive director, and it is also her birthday. That'll probably be the first and not the last time we mention it, but not in public. So right here, just excited to share the night with you as people are just opening the doors and coming in, and I will pass it over to Ashley to say a few words.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chuck. I'm super excited for this event that we've been calling Finally Coming Together. But I just want to talk about Metro Arts real briefly. So Metro Arts is Nashville's arts department within the city of Nashville Metro government. Our mission is really about making sure and expanding opportunities for every Nashvilleian to have access to a creative life. We do that not through one way. It is a mission that is, so large that we may never fully accomplish it, but we do it through multiple strategies. We have public art. We have an internship program that places young people with arts organizations to get arts administrative experience. And we have our grant program, which is what we're here to talk about, specifically our Thrive grant program. Thrive got started in 2014, and Thrive projects are artist-led, community-driven projects that are really about providing opportunities for people to come experience different artistic initiatives, events together. It could be programming, it could be integrating arts experiences into an organization. And so these grants are accessible and available to artists or artist groups or community organizations, and that is what we are here to celebrate tonight. And we call this Finally Coming Together. Thrive is the fastest growing program in Metro Arts. Like I said, we got started in 2014 with this program, and just in the last 4 years, we went from having just 22 projects a year to the 86 that we're having this year. And so we have really worked really hard to expand this program, to make more of these projects available to community members. But what we haven't done yet is bring people together to celebrate all the work that went into advocating for this program, all of the work that is possible in communities through the Thrive grants. We've invested $1.3 million in Thrive last year and again in this year. So finally coming together is the time that we can bring all of these folks who are leading this work and doing this work in their communities to come talk about it together and celebrate all that's being done.
Well, I know that you hit the ground running when you came on as interim executive director, and you spent a lot of time in the office and getting things straight. But I know, not that anything is slowed down because there's always work to be done. But I'm excited for you to experience more in-person things. I know the last month or two you've been able to get out. I didn't know if there was any favorite things that you've done or seen, or you're excited about tonight. Other than just the people that are performing.
Yeah, hard question. When I'm put on the spot, I don't want to forget anyone, right?
Not names, but just what has brought you joy in the work?
It's really just meeting more people, right? Thrive is about making this really community level work more visible by providing resources that can help it reach more people, that can help tell the stories of what is happening with our tax dollars, right? Because this is about putting our money, if you live in Nashville, if you travel through Nashville, our tax dollars is what supports this all, right? So these opportunities that we can see people experience this, get connected to Thrive projects that are happening. There might be projects that are happening, at the community center in your neighborhood, or a festival that might be going on at a time, or just providing more ways for people to connect and to have these experiences together. So that's what my favorite part is, and I won't name what my favorite project is because you're not going to put me in that spot.
No. There's plenty of things going on every day in this town, and so we're just fortunate to be here. And I will say the next artist that's going to be interviewing, you may have to check with the name and how to pronounce things because we want to check with the artists and have them have this platform. So I want to say goodbye to you for now, and I think Cameron is going to come up and say a few words. But thank you, Ashley, for being here and doing everything you do.
I will see you later.
Happy birthday. Metro Arts' vision is that every person should have access to a creative life, and few places are more accessible than our city's public library. Metro Arts launched the collection in partnership with Nashville Public Library, established with the goals of expanding access to the arts for all Nashvillians while providing direct support to local artists. 60 original artworks from Nashville area artists are available for anyone with a library card to check out at NPL's Donaldson, East, Green Hills, Hermitage, Madison, Old Hickory, and Southeast locations. For more information and to browse the collection online, please visit library.nashville.gov.
Hey, how's it going?
We meet again at the Parthenon. I think the first time I ever saw you perform anything was here when I first got hired at Metro Arts. So full circle, yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah. It is not your birthday, but every day we celebrate you being around Nashville.
I appreciate that. Well, you know, it was my wife's birthday yesterday, and what's mine is hers, so it's kind of like...
It's like a half birthday?
Yeah.
I mean, by contract?
Yeah.
For those that are watching this that aren't familiar with your work, which are probably like 2 people that are watching this that don't know you or have seen anything you've done, can you speak to specifically your FY25 project and what it's called, what it's about, the impact and the things you liked about it?
Yeah, so I'm a spoken word artist and actor, and you know my 2025 project was Savoir Faire, the collision of jazz and poetry, and so we just did a lot of a series of workshops along with some music productions of jazz and poetry music, you know, celebrating April being Poetry Month and Jazz Appreciation Month. So we did a series of workshops during that time as well as a showcase at Hadley Park Library. So it was really fun. A lot of great people came out and enjoyed their time.
Cool. And then going back in time for a second, I think it was the Poetry. Can you speak to that? And then I got to follow up after that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The Poetry, that was down here.
Yeah, so the poetry program, branch program that we did, that was with Saran Thompson and Emily Lard. We created these branches of poetry where we took different poems from different libraries. So there was Edge Hill, Hadley Park, Downtown, and East Branch Library. We did workshops with those communities to put these poems together, using, you know, with their help. And each of these poems we created for each branch was connected to the next. So you could choose what branch you chose to go to first, and how you started could end the poem in a different way. And so that's the way we want to look at life, in the sense of everybody starts in different directions, everybody ends in a different place, but you know, we're all going through it together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're one of the few, well, there's several, but I mean, since I've been here, multiple Thrive awardee, and it's not doing the same thing over and over again. And so, like, can you speak a little bit to, like, not only the differences of style or project that you did, but just the impact of what you took away from it as it continually evolves, you know?
Yeah. You know, I think it's really important for art form to evolve, especially with spoken word. I feel like, you know, there's always the oral quality of sharing it on the mic, but I feel like poetry just has so many aspects to it, and I think this funding has really allowed us to try some different things that we think people would enjoy, and people have. They've come out to do the workshops, they've come out to some of the shows we put together. You know, we got to do an opportunity with Oz Arts because of this funding called Regicide, where we created a play. So it was my first time creating a play. It was a musical, actually, of rap and poetry. So putting that on stage and seeing just how people react to these different ways that we share the art form, I think is immaculate. It allows me to go up in different levels and share that education with others.
Cool.
So.
And can you speak to what you're going to be sharing tonight and once this event starts going?
Yeah, so I'm sharing a little bit of spoken word tonight. The piece is called Black Card Revoked. And so this is something we know very well in the Black community about, you know, just the ways that we like to stay in particular lanes of community and also trying to stretch outside of those. Yeah. So that's the piece I'll be sharing tonight. I think people will get a good aspect of a different perspective of how to see things.
Awesome,
yeah.
Man. Well, every day's a good day when I get to see you, and I'm even better when you get to perform. So I'm just happy to be here as well and see you from the crowd. So thank you for taking a moment here and go enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
Take
it,
care.
man. Thanks.
Hey, you go next.
So do you want a break or you want to go on?
Arts is a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, community gathering where artists, neighbors, and those looking to get involved in the Nashville art scene can connect and share their stories, learn about upcoming projects and opportunities, and meet the people creating exciting new art in Nashville, all while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. For more details, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com. with Winship Boyd, another Thrive awardee, and just all around a great human being. And you were speaking about, saying you're getting in shape for what?
So I'm going to Senegal and Guinea on Tuesday. So I'm just trying to run up and down steps as much as I can to get in shape.
We've got plenty of steps here tonight, and you've done it already in a timely manner. I appreciate you being here. Can you speak? I love your shirt. I think I need to get one. I know I need to get one, but can you tell the viewers about what is Africa National Africa?
Okay, so our organization is called Africa Nashville. Created the organization in 2022 and invited the first artists here in 2023. So we start out with 4 artists from Guinea. And our objective is really to help Nashville honor and open its arms to African music and dance, which are the origin of most of our instruments and a lot of our dances. So I'm a cheerleader. I'm a Nashville native who's a cheerleader for African culture. And so proud to invite amazing virtuoso artists in from West Africa, work with another one from South Africa. So yeah, we're just promoting the culture.
Can you tell us about the title and the overall project that you did for FY25 with that grant?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the name of the project was From Mali to Music City. So like I said, we're looking at the origin of the instruments. Everybody knows that the drum comes from Africa, but a lot of people don't know that the banjo is also an African instrument called the ngoni. There's a film that Bela Fleck did called Throw Down Your Heart. He said people used to try to beat him up when he said the banjo came from Africa. But I feel like, we've evolved and people are starting to really recognize the origin of a lot of our Music City instruments. So it was really about the recognition of that and the beauty of it, the power of it, the virtuosity of it. Yeah.
Well, we're getting some people lined up, and I know you're going to perform in a minute. Can you tell us about your performance and what people should expect when they arrive?
Okay, so we're going to do a little extract. Tonight is going to be West African because Tumalo is not available, but we have our amazing virtuoso Ibrahima Ibro Jubate. So we're going to be backing him up. He's going to be playing the djembe, our first rhythm called Kassa, and then we're going to do another rhythm which is called Liberté. So it was created for the independence of Guinea in 1958. It's a modern rhythm, and so we're going to be playing drums and dancing at the same time.
And full circle, before I let you go, for those that don't have your phone number and want one of those shirts, where can they find a website or follow or anything like that?
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, if you want to come and see Ibro's album release on this Sunday at the Nashville Jazz Workshop, we're going to have plenty of those there. It's at 4 p.m., so please look us up on africanashville.com. You can also contact us on our email, africanashville@gmail.com. And do you want me to give my phone number?
No, not that. We don't want to do that. No, they gotta pass the test first, so it's all good. No, they gotta come see the performance, and then maybe if you do it consensually,
on
it's fine.
africanashville@gmail.com. Please buy a T-shirt and support us. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Talk to you later, Winship.
Thank you.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
NECAT stands for Nashville Education Community Arts Television, and our mission is twofold: expose Middle Tennessee viewers to arts and education programming created both locally and around the world, and teach individuals and organizations who wish to make TV shows how to do so, let them use our equipment and resources, and then broadcast those shows for them. For more information on how to get started creating your own TV show with NECAT, visit us on the web at necatnetwork.org.
Right off a break, I'm here with Mark Schlicker, a good friend and an amazing filmmaker and just all-around great human being and artist.
Chuck,
there you go. We got smothered with comments, but it's the truth. It's easy. You've been here just as long as I have today, so tell me what you're setting up for today, first of all.
So as part of the festivities, in the back room behind Athena, I'm going to be showing a 15-minute excerpt from my upcoming William Edmondson documentary. And for people who don't know who William Edmondson is, William was the first African-American artist to get a solo show at the Museum of Modern Art in 1937. He was from right here in Nashville. He is one of Tennessee's most important historic artists. Okay. And he lived in the Edge Hill neighborhood, and I've been studying William's story for over 10 years, researching it, doing a lot of original research, and putting together what will eventually be a 60-minute documentary. And there is a 15-minute self-contained version that has been supported in part by Metro Arts money,
Yeah.
and which I'm grateful for, and in fact that we have been showing around through a fiscal year 2025. Is that right?
Yes.
A Thrive grant.
Yeah.
This spring we showed in a series of community screenings, and so at your invitation, I'm bringing it here tonight. I'm also going to show a recap video from our William Edmondson Arts and Culture Festival, which is also a Thrive-supported project that is also an extension of the historic preservation advocacy that is behind the William Edmondson documentary. So it all is of one cloth.
No, it comes together, and when things are supposed to happen, they just make sense. And just like when we were setting up, Alan LaQuire came in and saw him, and it was full circle for me because I went to one of those screenings that you had at LaQuire Gallery and heard him speak, and other artists, sculptors, musicians, and other things were in the room, and it was just fascinating to come together and see the screening, but also hear other people's perspectives and historical context and direct personal impact, really, for Alan LaQuire and his mother and other things that you can speak to on a different thing. But it's just nice to see you do your thing and come together and bring everybody together.
And I'm glad you mentioned Alan's connection with William Edmondson because his parents were collectors of Edmondson's work. Alan grew up with Edmondson's all around him, and he will tell anyone who asks that Edmondson was one of his first inspirations as a sculptor, and the reason he became a sculptor was largely due to Edmondson, in Alan's own words.
And for some of those that may or may not know Alan's work or LaQuire Gallery, he's the one that did the Athena right behind us, and the other exhibition that he just came out with this year, that with the floating other statues, and it was just amazing and beautiful. And it's just nice to see, like you said, you and others that are bringing the history to the present and going forward in the future and appreciating all of it.
Edmondson's work is important as a legacy, as a living legacy. Edmondson's story inspires artists when you hear it. Edmondson was a self-taught sculptor. He carved in limestone. His intentions were tombstone ornaments and garden figures to honor the dead and to beautify the homes of people in Nashville's black community during the Great Depression. And the attention that came to his work was not his goal. His attention was service. And that just creates a very powerful and inspiring story, and it inspires me as an artist.
Well, this is not a one-night thing. You're going to show that more. There's going to be more William Edmondson, the festival, WeFest, and everything else. If there's anybody out here that wants to do a little research and Googling tonight or when they watch this to find out more about your project, the screening, and then also the William Edmondson, the WeFest, can you give that information right now?
So we have social media presence on Instagram and Facebook. I can't tell you the exact page names, but if you Google William Edmondson, EDMONDSON, home site, William Edmondson home site, it'll come up. Our website is edmondsonhome.org. And yes, as you mentioned, I'm doing another round of screenings and panel discussions with some of Nashville's foremost historians and practicing artists coming this winter and spring, thanks again to a Thrive grant.
Thank you for being here, Mark. I know you got to get ready for your screening, so thank you for your time, and we'll be right back with another featured artist.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Did you know Metro Arts and Nashville Public Library have a free lending library? Library card holders can choose from a selection of artworks by local Nashville artists and borrow for up to 3 months. The collection includes framed paintings, photographs, and mixed media. After 3 months, bring the artwork back and borrow a different piece. Available at Donaldson, East, Green Hills, Hermitage, Madison, Old Hickory, and Southeast branches of Nashville Public Library. For more information and to browse the collection online, please visit library.nashville.gov.
All right, we're back with Danielle Myers. And Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself, what art you do, and then we'll get into some specific projects right now for those that are watching that have not met you, and there's probably like just one or two.
Yeah, so I'm a visual artist primarily, designer by trade. I do a little bit of writing as well. My work usually lives in like the public sphere. The public domain where people can access it without a paywall. Yeah.
So you've had several different roles through my time here at Metro Arts as far as experience engaged with Metro, and it's not necessarily Metro leading anything as much as you engaging Metro and bringing everybody along in the circles that you do. You're a Coffee Talk with Begonia Labs, and then you're a real cohort racial equity and arts leadership with Nashville, and also, you did a project with the Real program with the thing over at Tennessee State, right? University?
Yeah, so it was actually for the Frist Art Museum called Project Uplift, which is now Art in the Elevator. That's a new iteration coming up. The Real cohort was able to fund that, the first ideation of that, and then it's been continuing ever since.
Yeah.
And so it's in its third iteration. Dominique Coleman, Unique, also known as Unique in the community, is currently installed, and then we're going to find out who's going to be the fourth installation soon.
No, it's amazing, and like everything, it's just a beautiful addition to an already beautiful city in your own style and way. And could you speak to, you're a multiple, like Cameron, a multiple-time awardee for Thrive.
Yeah.
So not only talking about what's to come next, but first I want you to say what you just completed with the FY25, if you want to share the details.
So the first one that I actually did was, I think, in 2023, which is the Free Your Genius Perch at Fisk University. And so that's currently installed.
That's what was in my head earlier. Sorry.
And then Recipes from a Stranger just happened, where I was running in Brooklyn, doing my daily run, and I saw these 2 sketchbooks on the ground, and I picked them up and realized that they were chef notes. When I got back to Nashville, I found a phone number underneath like a sticky note and contacted, and I said, hey, I want to do this publication called Recipes from a Stranger, but I won't do it without your consent. And the guy was like, I'm absolutely in, but that's 8 years worth of my work. My bags got stolen. And so I scanned everything, I mailed him back his bags, and then afterwards I was like, I kind of want to make this into like a meal. And so I hired 3 local chefs. I gave each one of them 3 distinct recipes for them to choose to incorporate into a new dish. And then we had this meal of 145 people at the Frist, gave it to them for free, gave them a publication of Recipes from a Stranger for free, and it was all because Metro Arts funded the project.
I think I was in the cafe that night, and I was like, something amazing is going on, because like every single person I know in Nashville is walking through the hallway. So it's like, again, confirmed to me that I know real people that are creating beautiful things, but also just like the fact that you brought everybody together in one room and just letting magic happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight, but it's what you do and several others do by second nature. Could you speak briefly about the 2,000 drawings that you just did? Because that's impressive in its own right, and people need to know about that.
Yeah, so last year I had a dream that I did 1,000 drawings in 24 hours. And when I told my daughter about it, she was like, you have to do 2,000 drawings in 24 hours. And I said, I can't do that. Yeah. So I met this brilliant woman last year named Nia Smith. I told her about it, but within 5 minutes of meeting her, I was like, do you want to do this project with me? She said yes. Then this year, I did it with Dominique Coleman, and we did it at the Forge, and each one of us did 1,000 drawings in 24 hours, and then we had a live podcast as well, where we were able to talk about the project. But yeah, it was a great experience, and so I'm going to try to do it every year with a new artist.
And before I let you tell people where to find your artwork and stuff like that and follow when they're following that, can you tell us a little bit of sneak peek about what the FY26 grant that you just got, what that's going to be about? Because that's very timely.
Yeah, so Tennessee was the first state to make camping on public lands or public property illegal. And so a lot of states are kind of following suit, where people that are unhoused are getting Class C felonies and fines up to $3,000 for just sleeping outside. Yeah. And they're making tents illegal. And so I created this thing called an X-Pack, which is a backpack that converts into a sleeping bag, but also converts into like a raincoat. It's waterproof. And so the 2026 grant is going to go towards finish the prototype and manufacturing it, and then we're going to have an exhibition of 100 bags, and then like the iteration process of it. Again,
it's our job, but also just to say an extra thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank y'all.
No, I mean, we're just doing our job, but y'all are the ones that are creating everything and leading the way. Can you tell people that are listening or watching where to find more of your artwork or things that you have coming up that you're excited about?
Yeah, so the easiest way to like figure out what I'm doing is my Instagram. It's _DANIMY, Danny Mai. I'm Danielle Meyer, so I just shortened it. But that's the easiest way to find what I'm currently doing.
Cool. Get ready for the influx and of, what is it, invites or just like asking to follow you? So, whatever. I mean, I'm new to Instagram. Anyways, thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the night with this party, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel.
Metro Nashville Arts Commission, or Metro Arts, is the Office of Arts and Culture for the City of Nashville and Davidson County. We believe that arts drive a more vibrant and equitable community. We strive to ensure that all Nashvillians have access to a creative life through community investments, artist and organizational trainings, public art, and direct programs that involve residents in all forms of arts and culture. For more information on Metro Arts, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com.
Awesome. Well, welcome back. I'm with Reza Filsufi. Just like with Cameron Mitchell, it's full circle for me being back in the Parthenon, because the first event that I ever was associated with when I got hired at Metro Arts was celebrating your Thrive that year and having the performance here. And then, so I want to say thank you for continuing to do what you do, no matter what the circumstances are in the world, especially with everything going on in the world. And dive right in. The hardest question, Reza, is no. The last time I saw you here in this room, you were doing your FY25 Rug and Roll Thrive project. So tell the people listening and watching about what Rug and Roll means to you and what you did at several places.
Well, Rug and Roll, basically we try to highlight the immigrant and refugee community in Nashville, which Nashville has a very large refugee and immigrant community. I reach out to the musicians, and also some of the musicians, they're not immigrants or refugees. So it was part of a collaboration between us and some of the musicians. I had a musician from Blair School of Music, and we played literally from 10 o'clock in the morning, started 10 o'clock, finished at 4 p.m. It was a marathon of music, and you came to the end of the show.
It was also a marathon of just positive energy. I mean, I know specifically that week there was, I mean, it seems like there's every week that something happens politically, especially against immigrants and everything else, and not to be political at all in this, but just like speaking the truth, because that day you had texted me, or I texted you saying I'm going to come here, and then you're like, I don't know if we can do it because of things going on, and again, to your courage and testament and commitment and privilege, earned or not, you came and showed it, and it was just like, it was exactly what everybody needed, even the staff of the Parthenon came in here, and you just set that tone with your energy and bravery. So
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I second that, yes.
Yeah. Well, before I let you go and enjoy the party, can you tell us where they can find more about your artwork online?
It's my website, filsufimusic.com, and also Filsufimusic at Instagram. And if just Google my name.
Google him.
You took me.
Yes. Reza, I'll see you in the crowd. Thank you for spending some time with me again. Thanks for all you do.
Talk with Metro Arts is a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, community gathering where artists, neighbors, and those looking to get involved in the Nashville art scene can connect and share their stories, learn about upcoming projects and opportunities, and meet the people creating exciting new art in Nashville, all while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. For more details, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com.
Dana Jo Cooley, and she is the coolest. That's a bad dad joke I'm just going to throw out there to break the ice with you. I know, I gotta give some compliments and truth, and it's easy with you because you're just real as it gets. Yes, we're here because we are celebrating FY25 Thrive. The hardest question you have, for those that are watching this right now, tell them what you did for the FY25 Thrive that you were awarded.
Okay, that's a little challenging because it's pretty complex, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
We put on a show called Revival. It was an experiential, multimedia, they call it hypermedia now, event with 25 other artists, musicians, dancers, opera singers, creatives, an experiential, theatrically driven event at the Downtown Presbyterian Church. I'm an artist in residence there, so I'm going to give a shout out to Downtown Presbyterian, and had some other events tied around it. I did a speaking piece with Creative Mornings Nashville on Revival, and this all kind of comes out of my studies at Vanderbilt Divinity School.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, how did you, everybody has their own story of how they found Downtown Presbyterian Church, and obviously with the arts and bringing people together, but like, what is your story, and how did you find out about that thriving and historical context there?
I ran an organization at Vanderbilt called Poesis, and that's kind of the intersection of theology and art for the students in the Divinity School, and they kind of had they had a studio there during the pandemic, and we know how rigorous Vanderbilt is, so no one was really kind of using it, and I took it on and cleaned it out, and some members of Poesis helped get that all arranged, and then it kind of got landed in my hands, you know, and I've been down there for 5 years, and There's 12 of us artists there, and we are diligently working on the art crawl downtown and have been for a while, and it's getting really cool. So
cool. Well, before I let you go enjoy all this, thank you for being here, but can you let everybody else know how to find out more about your art on the website or Instagram or anything else like that?
Websites, my name, DanaJoCooley.com. I'm probably a little more active on Instagram, my window, your review. And yeah, just come down to the art crawl, second Saturday. We, the artists, run the browsing room gallery, and you can find us there. We're going to keep doing the work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chuck.
I'll see you in a minute.
All right,
Join
all right,
this.
thank you.
Join the party. Cool.
Good evening. I am just so thrilled to look out and see a full crowd here. It's dark early. I know, I've really got to be excited to come out when it gets dark so early. And so I hope you all are as excited as we are to be here. My name is Ashley Batchelder. I'm the interim executive director of Metro Arts. I have been in this role since January of this year, and so I've met many of you, and I'm excited to meet many others of you. I just want to hear a little bit like who is in the room. If you received a Thrive grant last cycle, raise your hand. If you are receiving a Thrive grant this cycle, raise your hand. If you are an artist or a creative, raise your hand. If you are a Metro Arts staff person, raise your hand. I know y'all are in here. If you're an arts commissioner, raise your hand. There's several of y'all here. Do we have any elected officials in the room? We might later if we don't yet. And then if you're just someone who cares about Nashville, let's hear it. So these are all of the people that we want to be finding more ways to bring people together to celebrate all of the work that is being done in Nashville, in our creative community, in our artist community, and to find ways that we can continue to be a partner with you in this work as Metro Arts. If you are not familiar with Metro Arts, we really believe that every Nashvilleian should have access to a creative life. We do that through multiple different strategies, and we know it is a mission that we will always be striving to work toward. One of the ways we do that is, of course, our grant programs, and this is really celebrating the Thrive program. Thrive began in 2014, and it's really the fastest growing program that we have at Metro Arts. Just 4 years ago, we had 22 Thrive projects. This year, we have 86 Thrive projects. We get more applications every year, and we've invested $1.3 million in the Thrive program this year supporting the projects, and $1.3 million last year supporting the projects that have been completed that you'll hear from some of those artists tonight. And so we've kind of called this finally coming together. Like I said, this program has grown so much in the last 4 years, and we want to do more opportunities to convene people and to connect people. We've kind of been doing what I call taking Metro Arts on the road the last 10 months since I've started this job, through office hours, community meetings, and what we've heard over and over is that people want more ways to connect with each other, so we are finally coming together. It is no surprise that Metro Arts, we have had a lot of challenges over the last few years. We are excited to finally come together despite the challenges and to continue working together. We want to finally come together, and we want you to stay engaged with Metro Arts. There's a few ways that you can do that tonight. On the table, there's 2 simple forms that we want your feedback on Thrive. This will not be the only time to give feedback on our grant guidelines and how we run the program, but there is a form that you can provide us some comments tonight. There is also a form about how you can work with Darius, the guy down here, one of our new Metro Arts staff members, who is our communications manager, and some ways that Metro Arts and him specifically can help cross-promote the work that you are doing so that we can help tell the story and lift up the work that you are doing in ways that you want us to work with you in that way. And so, finally coming together. I am so glad to see this full room, and that's all you'll hear from me. But again, my name is Ashley Batchelder. If I haven't met you yet, I would love to meet you. And just thank you so much for being here. We've got some great performances that we're going to hear from. And I also just want to thank our event partners, NECAT, the Parthenon, the Nashville Fair, and everyone who has made tonight possible, who makes our grant programs possible. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to whoever is coming up after me. Or am I doing that intro? Actually, yes, I'm going to read my own notes that I don't have. I believe that Cameron is up next. I'm looking for someone that can cue me here. Cameron is one of our FY20 Thrive grantees, and do you want to tell the audience a little bit about your work, and you're going to share a spoken word performance with us?
All right. Mic check. Hey, when I say how y'all doing, y'all say all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Word. My name is Cameron L. Mitchell. I am a spoken word artist. I was a recipient of the Thrive Grant for the 2025 year, and it is a very helpful opportunity for those who are really trying to share their stories, share their gifts with the community, showing other people how they can really grow. And I'm gonna be honest, our stories are important, no matter how deep or vast that they are very important. For instance, I think it's very important to ask a question. How many of you know what a black card is? Okay, I see a few hands here and there. Now, I want to explain for those who don't know, and if you think you know or you kind of on the fence, well, let me help you understand. It's not the card that has that max out $1 million and you can just swipe whatever, all right? It's more so a card that can really get revoked. You can't really use it. It usually is taken away from you. Like, for instance, you're getting your black card revoked. If you ain't seen Friday, Boys in the Hood, and Black Panther, because over here is Wakanda forever. If you eat anything that's not well done, revoked. If you step on my new Forces of J's, revoked. If you get your ankles broke the long way on the basketball court, revoked. If you renege in spades and say I'm still learning, revoked. Because you shouldn't have sat down in the first place. It is not a threat. It is most certainly a promise. You will get your black card revoked if you bring somebody to grandmama's house and don't speak. You might get more than your black card revoked that day, I'm going to be honest. But maybe if they revoke my black card, I would be ineligible to be shot by police. Pistol whip like another Negro, die like a thug, sweep his nostalgic picture under the rug so we only remember his mug shots. But instead of revoking my black card, what if you revoked my ability of the direction I'm headed in, so when I handshake, my fingers won't twitch and switch like Crip sign language. My blue tea can just become my favorite color. When I'm baptized in blood, I can be on a mission to make followers, and I ain't talking gangster disciples. When my creative peace signs don't mean vice lord. Revoke the memories of coworkers losing their babies because her baby daddy's fist needs somewhere to sit amidst all the crying. Too convicted to not convict him of crime because another baby sits on her side and that one needs daddy's paycheck too. Revoke the red ribbons that hang from teddy bears, that hang from light poles, each one representing a soul that died in this lifetime. You know, Memphis traditions. But can I be frank? I'm tired of a lot of traditions. Tired of drinking diabetic Kool-Aid knowing auntie might have to lose a few limbs. Tired of traditional segregated Sundays, and I wish these endless churches would end homelessness. Revoke my duty to watch black movies so I know the world I have to face. Every day I have to change face to make this community feel comfortable. Let me watch my audacious tone, because quite frankly, some of y'all look uncomfortable. I mean, even if I tried escaping the gangs by going to the military, I started to see a mirage of African-American boy holding an AK-branded child soldier, me. Because both sides killing colored people, both sides drug dealing, gunpowder, crazy gets louder as gangsters crip walk into my lunchroom flashing cream, cash rules everything around me, freeze, as they interrogate us. 4 honor students for a crime we didn't commit. I only learned math and how to solve problems. I never been one, officer, but you telling me to confess or I'm going down to 201 Popular Ave. The only thing I have to confess is that I knew the address to prison before I knew who Coretta Scott King was. I said, the only thing I have to confess is I knew the address to prison before I knew who Coretta Scott King was. I'm thinking, God, please, God, guard me from the ungodly, because it's all a fiasco, caught up in a loop with Lupe. Listen to Drake on Tuesdays, because by Thursdays, my thoughts are drowning in anxiety. And y'all know we can't swim. I'm trying to be the cream of the crop. But what crops do I own? But you know, instead of growing and revoking these limits, please revoke them. Why not revoke these legacies? Nah, let them build. What if I explore more gifts of God and not just speaking in tongues, pass down our wedding rings to our children and our children's children? I mean, think of the possibilities. I know I got the good, the ugly, bad, and the sad, but understand, you can't revoke my existence because you didn't give it to me. Thank you. Yeah. When I say how y'all doing, y'all say, all right, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen, I think poetry is such a valuable art form to really share stories, and I think it's always good to share love, be empowered, and have a sound mind. Those are the mission, the words that I use as my mission going forward. And so one thing about poetry, and just as I share, I like to do things with people. So when I say, inside you is, I want you to say, I am, all right? Inside you is, inside you is, inside you is. We all wish we had more than 24 hours in a day. But imagine, a minute is measured in moments. A moment made for this, you were made for this. A life worth living. Priceless endings that don't fade with the sun. They stay lit from darkness till dawn. Your dreams are not a facade. When you get close to them, it won't be a mirage. It can be real if you're willing to reach for it. It's kinetic. Connect the dots, fall in line, realize no matter how old you are, you're always in your prime because you are alive. Still here, still breathing, still capable, still able. Before the award ceremony, you had already won. Before that graduation, you had already made it. Before those passive seconds of being realized, you were noticed. Before that important person noticed you, you were already held in awe. Before that applause rises to greet you, a hand had already reached you in the pits of depression. Before those sleepless nights of trying to be accepted, you were. Before that first sparrow tweeted peace at dawn, you rested in it. Before you try to become, just be. And before you try to say, I'm not, inside you is, inside you is, inside you is. Thank y'all so much. I'm Cameron Mitchell. Love y'all.
One more round of applause for my brother Cameron. Phenomenal. That's beautiful. Such an awesome opportunity to be here tonight. Such a celebration of what this community is all about. My name is Damian Horn. For those who don't know, I am a musician, entrepreneur, and philanthropist who lives here in the city. I've been in Nashville for over 20 years now, and I've been able to live out my dream of performing arts, traveling and speaking and sharing music and the gift that God has given me. And also, other dreams have spawned from that. I also own a food truck that you will see outside today called Disco Bros. So if you get hungry after the night, make sure you stop by there. But I just wanted to congratulate everyone and say welcome to this amazing night and enjoy yourselves. I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful Miss Jamie.
Thank you, Damien. I'm Jamie Anderson, and I'm going to introduce the next act. Africa Nashville is an innovative organization that connects African and American artistic communities through music, dance, and cultural education. Founded by the choreographer Winship Boyd and the saxophonist Jeff Coffin, Africa Nashville serves as a platform for the artistic expression and cultural exchange, promoting the importance of African heritage in Nashville's music scene. The Yele Ensemble showcases the talents of Guinea musician Ibro Jubate and the South African dancer Michael Malloy. The ensemble offers performances and workshops to educate audiences about the rhythms, dances, and traditions of West and South Africa. It also aspires to train Nashville's upcoming generation of dancers and drummers. So please put your hands together for the Yele Ensemble and Africa Nashville.
Okay. Hey, everybody. So this next piece that we're about to perform is pronounced liberté. It's called liberté, means for freedom. This dance was originated from Guinea? When Guinea fully took their freedom as a French colony, and this dance is done yearly to celebrate them taking their freedom back and their independence and celebrating their culture. Thank you.
going to introduce our next speaker, who is somebody that I want all of y'all to know. I'd like to introduce Councilwoman Terry Vo, who is the councilperson for the 17th District. She is also the chair of the Arts, Parks, Library, and Entertainment Committee of the Metro Council. We call it the Apple Committee. Councilwoman Vo is a huge advocate for artists, for arts organizations, for all the creative work that happens in Nashville. So much of it is happening in her district. She is a huge advocate, and I want everybody to be able to hear from her and her to know you all, and for you all to get an opportunity to meet her as well. So, Councilwoman Vo, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Ashley. What a joy it is to be here tonight. Like she said, my name is Terry Vo, and I'm the District 17 council member. It is an honor to be able to serve District 17, and of course also be the committee chair for Arts, Parks, Libraries, and Entertainment. I know that I'm in the room with amazing artists tonight, and I just want us to remember, whenever I was thinking about tonight's reception, that the Metro Arts mission, right, is believing that arts drives a more vibrant and equitable community. I could not agree with that more. And we strive to ensure that all Nashvillians have access to creative life through community investments, artists and organizational training, public art and creative placemaking coordination, and direct programs that involve residents in all forms of arts and culture. And each one of you all tonight who've received a Thrive Grant, you all represent that. And it brings me so much joy. Like, I feel the creative energy. It is so wonderful. And I hope that you know how proud the Metro Council is, and other council members and the leaders of our city, of the gift that you give to us, and the gift that you give to your neighborhoods, to your districts, to our city. And truly what makes Music City so special is all of the arts and the creative individuals that you all are. And please know that you do have support from our Metro Council and our elected officials. And I do want you all to know that your voice is powerful. And I know I've heard, we want to see more funding in Metro Arts. Well, the way that can happen is if you all come to our council meetings, okay? Come to our committee meetings. We have the opportunity for you all to share every dime before our Apple Committee. You can sign up for public comment, and that is right before council. And you can also speak at council. And I want you all to know that your value is in your voice, and it really does matter. I serve with individuals who, the more people that come and the more times they hear it, it does have an effect on them. And I think that's very powerful. And that you all, I want to make sure that you see yourselves, on council too, and that you have representatives who are going to advocate for you. So tonight, let's celebrate and have so much fun. After I finish speaking, if you want to follow me, you can. I'll be introducing Mark Schlicker. We will be having a short film on William Edmondson. If you don't know who he is the first Black artist who had a solo exhibit at the MoMA in New York, and that is just incredible. And that's something in District 17 we celebrate every year at We Fest, and I hope to see y'all there, whether you're an artist or a vendor or attendee. We must keep these historic and amazing artists and their stories alive, way beyond them. So please, if you want to, you can follow me or enjoy the rest of the reception. Meet someone new tonight, and I hope to be able to talk to some of y'all. So thank you so much for having me.
Metro Arts' vision is that every person should have access to a creative life, and few places are more accessible than our city's public library. Metro Arts launched the collection in partnership with Nashville Public Library, established with the goals of expanding access to the arts for all Nashvillians while providing direct support to local artists. 60 original artworks from Nashville area artists are available for anyone with a library card to check out at NPL's Donaldson, East, Green Hills, Hermitage, Madison, Old Hickory, and Southeast locations. For more information and to browse the collection online, please visit library.nashville.gov. Coffee Talk with Metro Arts is a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, community gathering where artists, neighbors, and those looking to get involved in the Nashville art scene can connect and share their stories, learn about upcoming projects and opportunities, and meet the people creating exciting new art in Nashville, all while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. For more details, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com.
All right, welcome back. I'm still Chuck Beard with Metro Arts, and you've been tuned in and watching an amazing show with a bunch of amazing humans. I know I'm on repeat on that, but Nashville artists really take me to that place, and today it's at the Parthenon, and I'm joined with one of the people you heard introduce somebody earlier, Jamie Anderson. Come on in here, and Jamie. Jamie, tell us what you work with Metro first and foremost, and why you're excited to be here.
I work with the Nashville Fair, and my passion at the fair is to design educational exhibits for our kids to come look at in the exhibit halls. We have a lot of STEM activities.
Awesome. Look, we got Jamie. Look, it's okay. Julie's right here, so she knows.
Yeah, she was our live painter at the fair this past season, and she did amazing.
Yeah.
Am I looking at somebody?
No, just this camera over here, but people are watching. But yeah, no, we're glad. Julie is right here. This is a good problem where we have so many people in here walking around. Any event in Nashville, as you can attest to at the fairgrounds, it's just like the main thing is bringing people in, because once the people are here, getting the good people in a room, the magic really happens. And you were just saying after the performance, like, thank you, but also being introduced to Damian Horn, which is amazing. So
exactly, and that was a perfect example of synergy, because I met Julia at Forging Ahead, and then she was our live painter at the fair. We actually took that program and those paintings, and we entered them into an international award, so we'll see how that does.
Awesome. And not only did she paint at the fairgrounds because of that connection, but she, more importantly, sold some paintings that she did at the fairground. So, we're all grateful just to know each other. It's not a one-way street of inspiration. I'm going to take a quick break right here. We're going to get some other people on here, but it's so good to see you, Jamie, Julia, everybody here. This is amazing. So, stay tuned for more with Metro Arts and NECAT Network. There you go.
NECAT stands for Nashville Education Community Arts Television, and our mission is twofold: expose Middle Tennessee viewers to arts and education programming created both locally and around the world, and teach individuals and organizations who wish to make TV shows how to do so. Let them use our equipment and resources, and then broadcast those shows for them. For more information on how to get started creating your own TV show with NECAT, visit us on the web at necatnetwork.org.
Okay, I'm joined here with Alicia Mrozik, the Queen Bee, the unofficial mayor of all of Nashville and the world. First off, before we talk about art and this thing tonight, like tell the people watching what you did today, what you were promoting. I think it was Kroger, and just the importance of, because you're all about community as much as
Absolutely.
art. So
absolutely, like today, the Kroger on Monroe came back open after being closed for over 6 months for a remodel, and the neighborhood was really hurting during that time. And so I was really happy to see it reopen, and not only just reopen, but reopen with better, fresher, healthier food, the same access as people in higher income neighborhoods get. And if my people eating good, we all good, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, no, and you just said it in more ways than one. When my people eat good, we're all good. And whether it's the festivals that you do and everything that you do is like, it's not just gold, it's more about the connection of the community, and that's what ends up turning gold. I know this, we're preaching to the choir here. What else is going on in your world right now that people need to know about, or what you're coming in and out of project-wise?
There's so many things happening. I'm working on a lot of different projects. I'm really trying to just grow my public art into more unique ways and spaces. I still love doing murals, but sculptures and immersive installations that really get people to think and pause and start creating anew just in their thinking patterns and in their brain. And I really want to cultivate a community of caring people and empathetic people through art.
Yeah. Well, going back to like one of the things that I love about you in general as a human is helping yourself, but helping through others and letting them excel and raise the bar at the North Nashville Art Crawl or Festival. I saw siblings that had lost a father last year do original music, and stage presence was amazing. But you to build a literal platform for them to share their artwork and process is amazing. Can you speak a little bit before we get somebody else on and pass through about just going back to the public art and the Luby mural and what that means to you after you've already kind of closed the book on completing it, which was an amazing task?
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun project. It was stressful, but the work I do through the North Nashville Arts Coalition is to help uplift all artists in North Nashville with a focus on artists of color, but making sure that artists have opportunity and time. And I'm really excited about doing more work with Metro Arts. And I gotta add one more thing. I know they rush it, but Thrive program is so important.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that having the opportunity to have access to a large sum of money to complete an artistic project can take an artist from here to here, because it really helped me transition into this public art space. And being able to have easy access to that is something we need not just one program for, but many.
Well, thank you for building the examples and being the example. So I appreciate you. Go enjoy the rest of the night, and thank you for stopping by.
I love you, Chuck.
Love you too. I know we rushed it.
Did you know Metro Arts and Nashville Public Library have a free lending library? Library card holders can choose from a selection of artworks by local Nashville artists and borrow for up to 3 months. The collection includes framed paintings, photographs, and mixed media. After 3 months, bring the artwork back and borrow a different piece. Available at Donaldson, East, Green Hills, Hermitage, Madison, Old Hickory, and Southeast branches of Nashville Public Library. For more information and to browse the collection online, please visit library.nashville.gov.
Be looking off at him sometimes, but it's like,
I'll look at you. Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm here with the epic, legendary, honorable Damian Horn, the musician, the entrepreneur, food truck man, the everything man, like the universal man. First off, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good to be here, man. It's just fun to be in a room full of creatives and people who love Nashville and trying to make their imprint here.
Now, people can Google you and find your music and fall in love with that and like follow that. Can you speak to the food truck venture that you have here tonight and what that means to you?
Absolutely. Well, it's just another branch of what music and the arts has allowed me to do. You know, I've been able to do that for a living and love doing it, and it's given me the opportunity to branch out and do other things that I dream of. And I've always wanted to be my own boss and own my own restaurant. So the first step in that is starting a food truck with my best friend. It's called Disco Bros.
That's
and we're on DoorDash. We're planning all around town. You'll see us at 4th of July, New Year's Eve. We cater parties and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're here tonight.
I know they're all delicious, but what is your favorite of the moment?
Okay, we have, man, there's so many. Probably the funky chicken sandwich.
Okay.
It's just a fried hot chicken sandwich, which, I mean, that's a Nashville thing, but, like, it's between that and the Atomic Dog. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, speaking of just helping others in general, I wanted to say quickly about the Good Life. Just in 1 minute, if you could tell me what it is, where do people find that one? Because I know it's near and dear to your heart.
Absolutely. The Good Life is my nonprofit. You can find us at thegoodgoodlife.org and also the Good Life on Instagram. And basically, we just partner with individuals and other organizations to help people in the pursuit of their good life. And that can be any kind of thing, from helping putting food back in their home, helping them, pay a month's rent, to building wells in Uganda.
Awesome. I want to let you go enjoy this, but to be a friend of yours and a fan of all your stuff, it's like a good life. You make it a better life. So thank you for your time,
Ross.
always, and I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, too.
Awesome.
Metro Nashville Arts Commission, or Metro Arts, is the Office of Arts and Culture for the City of Nashville and Davidson County. We believe that arts drive a more vibrant and equitable community. We strive to ensure that all Nashvillians have access to a creative life through community investments, artist and organizational trainings, public art, and direct programs that involve residents in all forms of arts and culture. For more information on Metro Arts, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com. Coffee Talk with Metro Arts is a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, community gathering where artists, neighbors, and those looking to get involved in the Nashville art scene can connect and share their stories, learn about upcoming projects and opportunities, and meet the people creating exciting new art in Nashville, all while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. For more details, visit us on the web at metroartsnashville.com.
Arahi Naimar.
How's it going, brother?
My man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining tonight.
Yeah.
For those watching and listening, how can people find out about what you do before we get into a quick one about a project you just did?
Oh, man. So I'm at the farmer's market every weekend, Friday through Sunday, from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock. I'm set up there. I'm selling my artwork, showing people how to draw. You know, my company's called I Can Draw. So come check me out at the farmers market. I'm there every weekend.
Awesome. And we're here celebrating FY25. I know you did some things for that, but like, I want to speak going forward. You're the last interview of the night. What is it that you've got in stock for this next cycle that you're awarded?
Oh man. So I love working with the kids. That's what I did with the previous grant. And this year I'm doing the same thing. I'm working with some youth out in Bordeaux over at Peach Creek Ministries. And they got an after-school program where they have a lot of kids from the Bordeaux area. They come by, and I got a comic book workshop I'm doing called The Hero's Journey. So I'm breaking down the hero's journey from the 12 steps and teaching the young people how to implement that in storytelling. I'm going to have my friend Deshaun Lewis, a great photographer, Lisa Dowdy, she does videography. I'm going to have them jump on, help me out, and then just show these young people how to storytell.
Awesome. So I'm going to let you go back and have fun. Thank you for spending a couple minutes with it. Ari Neymar, you just Google him, find him at the farmer's market in the booth in the side, outside the food court. Thank you for being here.
Oh,
I'll talk to you in a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it. And so that is the end of, well, not the end. Clearly the party is still going on here. We're going to sign off and actually enjoy some conversations with some artists ourselves off camera and with the festivities with Mark Schlicker. We are wrapping this up. This is the first Thrive celebration representing the FY25. And I'm going to get busy in the lab and see about what our team has in store for FY26 as we follow everybody and promote everybody that just won the awards and pair up more with the fairgrounds, Parthenon, and most importantly, want to give a shout out to all the NECAT network for all the support they do and all of this. So I just want to say good night, be nice to one another, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.